EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike. Hey.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, lift. Value three.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Louis. Go.
Hey, come on.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Shell.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hut. 120.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Orange.
We got 3. 40's Mike.
Bravo.
Let's go. Hey.
To throw is gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
We're good.
From the red zone now, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Motion, motion, motion.
Two.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40.
Hey, Charlie.
Check.
Back to throw, gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series.
He's coming. Double up.
Value 3.
Tighten up.
Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Switch up. He's 11. We got double up.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Now what's the call here? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Switch.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 39, Stafford. Flush to his right. Jones has it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Whip. Watch the whip.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Samson Abukum. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
DC.
Check 13. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
2 for 1.
Safety's creeping. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
40's Mike. 40's the Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Here we go.
Throwing on third. Gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey. Back.
From the gun, here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by Cup. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hold on. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And fights through one man. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Right here, 41 Mike. Check.
Again, it's Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. From the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First down, Lions.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 22!
On the ground, this is Johnson. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford airing one deep for Curse. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 38 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We go tonight. Like 20.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Well, hey, we're going Mike 40. Mike 40. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike 40. Mike 40. Check.
Out of the gun. Goff.
Check curls. Check curls. Check curls.
They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
No. Hey, alert 3.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
51. Defense wins championships, baby.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Dante Fowler in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, lift!
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Henderson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Set. 180. 12. 12. 12. 12. Hey, wahoo!
40's Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Hey.
Set.
Now gone.
Come on.
He gets it to Gurley, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check. He's checking.
We're good. We're good.
Crash.
Turbo set.
They're running with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 7 yards there and a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
24.
280. 32.
Let's bring it. Hey, switch gears.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Stafford now to throw. And this is caught by Curse. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Lady.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. Get it, 20.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.